puppy. Jerry took her blanket.
My blanket, Jerry.
I stole this blankie fair and square. Bubba, save her life. She's up on the bricks and can't get down.
Oh no! It's okay, I'll catch you, honey. Alright. You will be chilling.
Denied.
You're kind of supposed to like chill out, so
Hi, dude. No. Alright, go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
No, not over here.
Ah, yay.
No, not towards me. Oh, she's not looking. I think she's getting tired.
Of course, you're supposed to go for tires.
Stop taking it out here and throwing it. What are you doing?
Keep it over here.
Biggle, stop!
Keep it over there in the dirt.
Your head next to her.
No, don't get it all over her.
Mom, do you have like a handful of dirt? If you have a handful of dirt in your hand next to her, she'll literally attack you. Play right.
You guys have a good time?
We did.
Guys, look! I think I do have to take a bath.
Okay. Alright, girls, that's enough. That's not good for you.
Zoe, you're a nut.
Look, Rita's gonna move the rooster off.
Rita.
Rita's.
I'm like, gotta walk through all the dust. Rita, why are you being so mean to everybody? Lily, your chicken's being mean. Rita. Cheese. No, stop. You're just getting her dirty now. Hey guys, and welcome to Heavenly Minded Homeschool. So, totally fell off the face of the earth last week. It was just a little hectic, a little crazy, and I said, you know what? I'm not getting stressed out over it. Super excited. We have had some weddings this month for our business that we're still on the books, even though we really don't have much left to do with our business. It's pretty much all ministry, but this month just a little hectic. And this weekend, or this upcoming weekend, we will have two kind of big events. So it'll be a little a lot hectic later in the week, but I wanted to take a quick moment because I enjoy sharing our Living by Faith updates with you guys. As we have really transitioned out of our business and going into ministry full time and quite literally living by faith. Everything is completely by God's will and not things of our own doing that we are putting together. God is sovereign, so everything is in God's control. I don't mean to take it out of that way, but you know what I mean. It's not that we are going and producing our own results, but instead we are focusing on God and letting Him bring into our path whatever it may be. And so as we're doing that, I like sharing with you guys just a very raw and transparent, honest, real portrayal of what it is. Because I think so often I'm sorry, my nose is like really itching. I keep touching it. I don't mean to be doing that. Anyways, I get so many messages all the time of like, oh my gosh, I would love to do that. I always felt God calling me to do this, but it scares me too much. I'm so afraid. How do you deal with not knowing how you're going to pay your bills and how you're going to do this? And so I feel like the best way is for me just to share it with you guys along the way as we go. So each Friday, I like to try to do a Living by Faith update. I was doing them. I stopped for a while and I miss sharing with you. And I miss sharing with you because God shows up in the coolest of ways. And, I don't know. I feel like it's not to brag or to do anything like that, like not even in the slightest, but He shows up in the coolest of ways. And it's so neat to get to share that, to get to share with you these little miracles, these little prayers that are being answered. And that's something that I have found. George Mueller, if you've heard me speak of him 100 billion times, there's a free documentary on Amazon Prime and on YouTube that you can watch. There's books that you can read. There's his autobiographies you can get on Kindle for free. I mean, there's so many resources out there, but was an amazing example of a godly man taking scripture, applying it practically to his life and living that out loud. Definitely someone that our family has gained quite a lot of encouragement from. And so we talk of him often, but something he did is he would write down every single thing that his ministry, he worked with orphans, that they would get. He noted everything. He was incredibly diligent about it. And I said, that's a great idea. So I started a journal, and all of the things that I pray for, that I am asking God for help with, I write it down. So then as those prayers are getting answered, it's so cool just to be able to look at this. Because some days in frustration and desperation, you can be like, God, why? I just needed this one thing. You can't even help me with this one thing? Hi. Very cool. And so, hold on, please. And so you look at this book, this account, and you're like, God, you've helped me with a million things. Look at this. I don't know. I think it's just kind of a neat thing to do. And so it's kind of fun to share then here on these videos as well, kind of these account of these things. But a couple things that I had shared on one of the previous Living by Faith updates was before the end of the month, I really needed a way to make our car payment and a way to get our car's registration due, get that paid and taken care of. So this is where I will admit what a horrible, person I am, but I am horrible at getting my car registration paid. Horrible at it. Our family is a one-car family. We've always been a one-car family. Even when we worked in totally opposite directions, totally different towns, we just always made it work with one car. So I know all the reasons. We've just always been a one-car family. I'm always in charge of taking care of the registration, and I'm horrible at it. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the libertarian in me, like the taxation is theft. I don't know. I just never take care of it. I forget about it, and I will drive for months with expired registration. I don't think about it, to be honest, the majority of the time. And when I do, I'm always like, I've got to deal with that. And then I put it off and I never deal with it. So I multiple times have gotten pulled over for having expired registration, rightfully so, and I get a warning and they say, hey, within this amount of time you really need to take care of it. And I'm like, yeah, I know it is on my list, I just don't think about it. I will get it taken care of. I put the warning paper in my glove box and then forget all about it. I know that's not what I should do. Understand. So then eventually I will get a letter in the mail that says, hey, we are going to revoke your license because you have not taken care of this. And I go, Dang it. That's right. I totally forgot all about that. I know, horrible person, but I'm telling y'all, it happens, okay? Let's just be for real. And then I'll kind of forget about that again until the date comes up where I'm like, oh my gosh, my license is going to get revoked. And then I'm really going to have to deal with like fines and stuff. I need to get this taken care of. I'll finally go under like absolute crunch time. You guys, if it's not like crunch time, I have this like inability to get work done. Once there's crunch time and there's like high stakes and incredible stress, I can get everything done. But until then, I don't know. I don't function properly. And so I had prayed. I said, God, we've got to come up with a way to make our car payment before the end of the month. And we only had a little bit of money that we had gotten from the weddings that we were doing. I had to be able to purchase all of the product to do all of the work that these people have hired me to do, of course. I need to be able to make a car payment, and I need to be able to get this registration stuff taken care of. Those were my things that I was praying. God, please provide the provision, the way for me to be able to do this. And so I had to go, and I have these next couple trips. The weddings that we have to go do are like an hour and a half to 2 hours away because we used to live down in the Charlotte area. Now we live out in the boonies. So big, lots of hundreds of miles that have to be driven over these next couple weeks. And so going into the end on Friday, I was like, I really feel like I need to get this registration stuff taken care of today. I really feel like I've got to make this happen right now before I make these trips to the weddings starting on Saturday. And so I talked with my one brother and I said, hey, is there any way you can help me out? I've got to get the stuff taken care of. And I don't have any money for it, but I really need to get this taken care of. And he was like, yes, of course. Let me help you with that. And so he came up with some cash and he was like, this is all I have. And I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be enough. I thought I was going to have to take from the money that I needed for the flowers this next week for the weddings, and then we'd have to like make it up. I was like, let me just go and see how much it's going to be. I get to the courthouse or the office. I go in, I'm like, hey, I need new registration. And it literally almost to the penny was the exact amount of money I needed to get the new registration. I was like, God, you're so cool. Thank you so much. My brother was so kind to help out. He gave me some money. It literally was like the exact amount of money he gave me. Registration is paid for and taken care of. All of the legal stuff, that's all done and taken care of. I am a good citizen now. I've given them all of the money that they want and everything's done and taken care of. I just bought the most expensive sticker ever. Thank you though, Lord. It was the exact amount I needed. So then I finally get my estimate and my invoices back of how much the flowers are going to cost this week for the weddings that I have to do, the ones that are left. And so I take the money that I have and set that aside. And the amount of money that is left over is literally the exact amount of money I need to make a car payment. So how cool is God that here at the end of the month, I need to get the stuff taken care of. I need to get it all figured out. Need to make sure I am meeting my responsibilities and requirements and taking care of those things. And down at the wire, I have the exact amount of money I need to get the car registration taken care of, which I had been praying about because I knew it had to get dealt with. I have exactly what I need, of course, to take care of all of the business stuff that needs to get taken care of. And that leaves me literally to the dollar how much money I need to get a car payment made. So we have $0 left in the account. There is no money left. Thankfully, Brandon's doctor's appointments, they're trying to stretch him out and only going in every other week instead of every single week. So I've been needing $52 every single Monday, which God has been so cool the way he shows up by Sunday night every time and gives us exactly what we need. But I don't have to worry about that this week. And we had literally exactly what we needed. God met every single one of those prayers that I had, and every single thing has been perfectly taken care of. I'm not worrying about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself, but everything that I needed, all of my daily bread that I asked for today was provided today. And that's just so awesome. And I'm not going to worry about the rest of it because every time I ask God to show up, he shows up. That's it. I want to focus on everything that he is calling me and my husband and my family to do today. Everything he puts on our heart that we need to focus on to bring glory to his name today, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to focus on. And when we are in need, when things come up, he'll be there and he'll provide and he will take care of us because he is good, because all glory goes to his name, not ours. It's not about us at all. It's about him, and he will provide and he will take care of us because he is our Father and he gives us great gifts. He takes care of everything. So those were our biggest things that we had been praying for and asking God to give us provisions for. And sure enough, he provided. All the provisions have been made, and I am so thankful for that. It's almost to a new month. We'll be at, square one with trying to keep our utilities paid and rent, all of those other things. But again, I'm not going to worry about it because he'll take care of it. So I wanted to share just a quick little Living by Faith update. It was a hectic week. It's been a fun week, and I shared a little bit on Instagram, rearranging the furniture, kind of getting the house in order here. I thank you for your constant prayers for my sister-in-law as she is still undergoing things and complications from her heart surgery. She's having some more procedures done actually on Monday, so if you guys can pray for her today. They're trying to figure out she's still having some bleeding and they're not sure why. And then a lot of videos coming up this week. I'm going to be really tackling just kind of frugal living and questions if you guys have any of that on frugal living or living by faith, minimalism in general. That's what Tuesday's video is going to be about. And yeah, I think we're going to do kind of a minimalist home tour again. It's been a while since we've kind of shared on things like that, just to show what minimalism looks like for us. Obviously minimalism, because if the love of the world is in you, then the love of the Father is not. So I don't want to be in love with the world, because I want to love God. And you can't serve two masters. You can't be holding on to the things of this world and keeping your sights set on God. I mean, it doesn't work. That's conflicting. So I was thinking about sharing a little bit about that this week. And yeah, I don't know what else we'll get to, but those were kind of my initial thoughts. But I'm going to go get my family fed. And then tonight, the kids have been wanting to have like movie time together as a family forever now. And we just don't really like mini movies and things. And so usually we'll push all these things off. But we found a couple that we told the kids we would sit down together and watch as a family. So we are doing dinner and ice cream and lots of fruits and popcorns and things like that. And we're going to kind of hang out and just have some family snuggle time and do that with them. So I'm going to sign off of all of this and go be with my family. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with us.